Senior year, I needed to join the dance team because the more extracurricular activities you do, the higher your chances are of getting into a top-tier college.
Woodbright High. Oh, isn't that the school with the dance team?
You guys rehearse in part in a kids' dance studio. So I was wondering, what was your first dance recital piece?
Rehearsing backstage for Nutcracker Ballet, which was the first time I realized as a young kid that I wanted to perform. So, the rehearsals that went into, such a quick performance, it felt like it was just amazing. It was just fun to come together to make this one joyful end product. And that's what we did here in the movie. So yeah, it's good to do it again.
I was in 5th grade. I did Schoolhouse Rock with my drama club, and I sang Conjunction Junction, and that was the springboard for me. I mean, I was a gymnast for years up to that point, and that was my whole life until I had a crush on a girl in 5th grade who asked me to join the drama club, so I did, and that's what informed my love for the arts.
I have this very, very sad memory of when I was 6 or 7. I used to do trios with my sisters in dance school, and then those would end up being performances in recital and then competition. And we did this one to Kelly Clarkson's Walk Away.
Wow.
And we were all in different colored costumes. So I was in a purple costume, and I definitely forgot an entire chunk of choreography and just kind of did my own thing in the middle of the dance. And one of the notes from the judges was "Purple Girl Forgot." And I always remember that as kind of my start and my humble beginning.
We need a choreographer. This guy Jake Taylor captained the winning team 3 years in a row. We'd love to have you choreograph. What do you think?
I think you can dance.
Why do we look like a bunch of dental hygienists?
What do you guys think is other than your movie, the best dance movie from the past 5-10 years?
You Got Served.
I always go to Step Up. I can't help. Channing Tatum can't help it. I can't help myself.
You know why? I think the only reason why I would also say that is because the choreography in that movie felt very transitional for me. It felt like something that at that time was very new and we hadn't seen a lot of it at that point. And and I just remember some very specific dance moves from it being really iconic.
Speaking of Channing Tatum, my thought went to Magic Mike, of course, is where my
my thought didn't, and now it does.
That's my favorite dance move.
In every interview.
Speaking of throwbacks, an old move, but that you're never tired of.
I mean, any version of the moonwalk or of the glide, I think is always going to be in dance, period, especially in hip hop.
What is your number one, dancing at home alone? I'm getting ready. This is my number one track on my pump up, go out mix.
A go-to for me is probably my favorite song ever. It's September by Earth, Wind and Fire, but I also love Nice for What by Drake. I think that's a really fun one.
Beyonce, the whole Coachella
Homecoming
soundtrack is just amazing. I listened to that actually right before I was getting ready to do this, to have this interview with you. It's it just hypes me.
It came out also right before we filmed that, because that's how I was able to add that line in there of the Netflix special Homecoming, because Homecoming had just come out and I was freaking out.
Yeah, and I'm a Houston, Texas native myself, so I call myself off-brand Beyonce. So any chance to absorb her essence, I do.
Beyonce, Queen Bey, I pray that you make my feet swift tomorrow.
And then you make my moves have swagger.
In the name of the Single Ladies video and the Lemonade short film, I pray.